out of that 50 and get over to the ready room, and they didn't want to rush him. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with, going for his 4th win of the meet. So that 50 was a warm-up for him. We'll see how the rest of this meet shakes out for him. So again, like the women's 1650, this is a time final event. They did not do prelims of the event. They had 10 heats earlier. So some of those swims could be counted for scoring, and maybe 1 or 2 of those swimmers may get top 8 based on their times. So we're going to be watching out for Townley Haas in lane number 5. He won the 100, won the 200, won the 500, won the 1,000. And he's going for a win the 1650. Very, very impressive. It's one thing to sweep the distance events. It's another thing to sweep the pretty much all the freestyle events. So let's set the lanes for you. Let's introduce these swimmers. It's Brady Welch in lane number 1 from Rockville, Montgomery. That's Gavin Springer in 2 from Nation's Capital. Swimming unattached, representing Nation's Capital in 3 is Matthew Hirschberger. Liam Egan in lane number 4, swims for Crimson Aquatics. Number 5, Townley Haas, Nova, Virginia. Christopher Weiser in 6, swimming unattached. Patrick Ransford in 7 from Pack Swim Team, and in 8 is Brennan Novak, Rockville, Montgomery. 66 links of the pool. So Townley Haas, again, swam the 50 just about 2 minutes ago. Swam it pretty easy. And it's not going to be surprising that he's leading. .24.11. I would have been interested to see if maybe he was going to try and go out the same speed he went out in his 50. It was at 22.7 or so, backing off. I think he probably didn't scratch the 50 because he knew he can get a nice little warm up. Why not? So we're coming to the 100. Patrick 50.69. So Matthew Hirschberger, swimming in lane number 3, is 15 years old. He's the youngest in this field. As a point of reference, the national age group record for the 15 to 16 age group, it's an incredible time. 14:52.39. I think even if you're 20 years old, you think that's a fast time. Jeff Kostoff did it when he was 16 years old. At the 250 mark, it's still Patrick Ransford. If he can hold on to this, I just want to see how long he can hold on. I'm not a betting man, but I'm going to say probably through the 600. The question is, how long will Townley Haas let Patrick? Patrick just outsplit him by a tenth on that, 26.89 to 26.99. So this will be the final individual event of the meet. Then we'll have medley relays coming up. As I mentioned in the women's 1650, one of the strategies is to try to pace yourself as maybe think of this as 3 550-yard swims. Some swimmers may break it up as two 825-yard swims. As Isabella Rangione said in her interview after the mile, she thinks of it as individual 25s. I don't know if I could want to count 66 times. That was the 400, or sorry, the 450. And Ransford is outsplitting Haas by about 0.3 of a second. It's a point of interest. Haas was in the final heat of the 1,000 on Tuesday. Sam McHugh was in the second to last heat of the 1,000 and put up a 8:35, I believe, 8:35.7, and then Townley was off that pace in the previous heat for then just started catching him, so he's just relaxing a little bit here. And that's 550 yards. 452.68 for Ransford, 455.64 for Townley Haas. Patrick wouldn't hold on that long, but it was wrong. He's holding on. Haas is finally starting to outsplit him. 26.9 on that last 50. 27.12 for Ransford. So Townley's starting to chip away. That was a 27.01 for Ransford, 27.09 for Haas. Ransford breathes on his right side, so every time he goes towards the turning end, he can see Haas, and he's got his eye on him. It's just a question of, will Townley try to creep up on him on this 25 going the other way? Haas breathes on both sides. He's scoping out his competition and making sure he's here. Coming up to the 725-yard mark. He's just lapped Christopher Weiser. And that's 800 yards. That's about a 6:55 for Ransford, 6:57 for Haas at the halfway mark. Second half splits here. So Haas is now passing up Weiser. Ransford is still holding on. He is not letting Townley Haas outsplit him at all. But we're coming up to 850. Sorry, that was 900. Sorry, we're coming up to 900 now. So Ransford was 27-0 on that 50 at 27-4 for Haas. So Ransford must have woke up this morning and said, Townley's had enough wins. He doesn't need 5. And it's very likely this whole week is hard to be able to swim extremely fast at your top level 5 days in a row. Prelims and finals. $26.89 for Ransford. Slower on his 50s. And we got 625 yards remaining. Ransford is not letting up. Pack swim team of Pittsford has not had a swimmer in the top 3 all week, at least. Ransford definitely wants to change that. And the fact that he's leading by about half a pool length has got to be giving him a lot of confidence. So that was the 1100 mark, 2/3 of the way through, and Ransford's 9:49. So he's not even splitting his 550s, but he's still doing very well with his splitting. 27-1, he's been between 26-9 and 27-2 for the past like 200, 300 or so, maybe more than that. Haas is now staying at 27-4, so I don't think he's going to have anything in the tank to catch him. So we're going to be looking at the end of a winning streak for Townley Haas. Fantastic meet he's having. Nothing should be taken away from him. Let's keep you abreast on what's going on in the rest of the field. Matthew Hirschberger holding on to the third very, very comfortably. He's holding 27-3s to the 27-2 for Haas, so little by little, Hirschberger's pushing for second place. .1,300 yards here for Patrick Ransford. He had down here 50 yards ago where he had to kind of breathe to his other side. I think that kind of slowed down his pace a little bit. He's kind of fixed that a little bit now. He's still 27-3. Patrick Ransford on track to possibly break 15 minutes here. Hirschberger also going 27-3. And Haas is 27-8, so Haas on Haas with each 100. I don't think that'll be enough for him to catch him, but We still got a ways to go here. We still got, at this turn for Ransford, 200 yards remaining. I think if you were looking for anybody who could spoil the party for Townley Haas, I don't think anybody thought it would be Patrick Ransford. Maybe Liam Egan, Matthew Hirschberger. Ransford, 13:27. He's back down the 27 O's. .100 yards remaining for Patrick Ransford. And now he's going. Now those legs are going. It's a sprint for the final 100. Most people save it for the final 50. So he's been holding 54, 6, 54 low the whole way. He's going to probably go up 51. He's not. He's going to smash. He's going to probably get into the 15:42, probably 14:42. Patrick Ransford wins the mile. He dropped 36 seconds off his seed time. And there's Townley Haas, 14:59.94. And Hirschberger over swimming. He's still swimming. Nobody told him to stop. He's swimming an extra 50. Somebody miscounted for Hirschberger. He's doing an extra 50. All right, so Matthew Hirschberger did 1,700 yards. Memories of Connor Yeager at the Olympic trials, doing an extra 50. Actually, Connor did an extra 775. Second place, Townley Haas, 14:59. That's a personal best for him, so nothing to sneeze at. And then Hirschberger officially to the feet. Mile that definitely did not pan out the way that I thought it would. I thought it was going to be all Townley Haas. Patrick Ransford had